Welcome back to Sharmaland Chess. Today, we're diving into one of the most dangerous traps in the English opening, known as the Poisoned Prophylaxis. At first, everything looks normal, but suddenly, one bad move from black and the game collapses. I'll take you through this step by step, so stay tuned until the end because this trap is both beautiful and deadly. Move 1 c4. White begins with the English opening, pawn to c4. This flexible start controls the central d5 square and prepares a slow build-up rather than an immediate fight like 1e4 or 1d4. First move, black replies with e5. Black replies with e5, grabbing central space immediately. This is the reversed Sicilian structure, solid, but it can become sharp if black isn't careful. Second move, white plays knight c3. White develops the knight to c3, adding more pressure on the center and eyeing the d5 and e4 squares. Second move, black replies with knight c6. Black mirrors white, developing the knight to c6, so far completely standard. Third move, white plays knight f3. White develops another knight to f3, aiming at the central e5 pawn. This is the three-knight system in the English opening. Third move, black replies with g6. Black goes for a kingside fianchetto with g6, but here Stockfish already points out a problem. Instead of g6, the better option was bishop b4 followed by bishop takes c3. By playing g6 too early, black allows white to seize the initiative. Fourth move, white plays d4. White immediately strikes in the center with pawn to d4. This challenges black's e5 pawn and opens up the game. Fourth move, black replies e takes d4. Black captures the pawn. This looks fine, but it opens the door to a nasty idea from white. Fifth move, white plays knight d5. White jumps the knight into d5. This looks super aggressive, attacking c7 and f6, but actually Stockfish says it's a mistake. A better move would have been simply knight takes d4, keeping things solid. Still, knight d5 keeps practical chances and sets the stage for our trap. Fifth move, black replies h6. And here black makes a serious mistake, pushing h6. The idea might be to stop white's knight or bishop from coming to g5, but this is far too slow. Much stronger was just developing with bishop g7 or knight f6. Already, black is drifting into danger. Sixth move, knight takes d4. White calmly recaptures the pawn with knight takes d4, restoring material balance and keeping the strong knight on d5. Sixth move, black replies bishop g7. Black develops the bishop to g7, preparing to castle. Again, the computer says knight f6 was better, but black is still okay for now. Seventh move, white plays knight b5. And now white plays knight b5. This move is pure poison. The knight eyes the deadly c7 square, threatening a fork on c7 that would win the rook on a8. Seventh move, black replies with bishop e5. Black responds by blocking with bishop e5. It looks solid, but actually, it's walking straight into white's trap. Eighth move, white plays f4. White pushes f4, attacking the bishop and gaining space. Black has to retreat or counterattack. Eighth move, black replies with a 6. Black plays a 6, trying to chase away the knight on b5, but this only helps white's plan. Ninth move, white plays f takes e5. White captures the bishop with f takes e5. Now white is simply ahead in development and ready to attack. Ninth move, black replies with a takes b5. Black captures the knight on b5. At first glance, this looks like compensation, but it's a trap. Move 10th, white plays bishop f4. White develops the bishop with tempo, aiming at the weak c7 pawn. Now black's position is already critical. 10th move, black replies with b takes c4. Black takes the pawn on c4, trying to create counterplay. But this move is another mistake, and white is about to punish it severely. 11th move, white plays e4. White strikes again with e4. This opens the center, threatening both the knight and the long diagonal. White's pieces are leaping into action, while black is stuck with weaknesses everywhere. Move 11th. Move black replies with knight g7. Black develops the knight to e7 trying to defend, but this is simply too slow. The position is already collapsing. 12th move, white plays knight f6 check. And here comes the crushing blow, knight f6 check. A devastating knight sacrifice that destroys black's king's safety. 12th move, black replies with king f8. Black has no choice but to move the king to f8. If he takes the knight with g takes f6, then queen h5 check is simply game over. So black steps into the corner, but it's already lost. Move 13th, white plays bishop takes c4. White calmly plays b takes c4, bringing another piece into the attack. At this point, white has complete control of the board. Black's king is exposed, his pieces are undeveloped, and white is ready to finish the game at any moment. The trap has been sprung successfully. And that, my friends, is the poisoned prophylaxis trap in the English opening. What began as a calm position quickly turned into a tactical disaster for black. One slow pawn move, and the game collapsed. If you enjoyed this deep move-by-move explanation, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deadly chess trap. And tell me in the comments, have you ever used the English opening in your own games?